Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This is going to be a special one. This is the 284th episode of what is the longest running weekly episodic podcast in WWE Champions. So we're bringing you episode 284 today. And for those of you new to this, I'm going to welcome in my co-host, the man with the brains, the one, the only, the venerable Dr. Sparks.
Good to be here, Mherex.
It's great to have you, Dr. Sparks. So, I mean, just in case, I'm sorry, just in case like this is people's first time tuning in to the DI Cable Guy show, what do they need to know about the show, in your opinion? Like, what would you say to them?
So we have a very well-established format that we follow to the letter. We start with nonsense until we kind of run out of nonsense. And then usually you'll have something game related you want to talk about. Usually it'll require you putting in a lot of effort and me telling you that's not efficient. You'll probably be wrong about something and I'll correct you at some point. I'll enlighten you about something or other at some point during the episode. And yeah, at some point we'll realize that we should probably stop recording.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good synopsis, pretty good introduction of what this is about.
At no point in any of that did I mention that we would be providing any insightful or useful information, just to be clear. The people that know, but if you've come here thinking that this is what's going to take you over the hump, no, you're still going to be bad at this game after listening to this episode.
Yeah. So also, just to be clear, if you're bad at the game, like, you suck and no one can help you.
No, you stink and you smell.
Yes, very much so. How does this work if we're both heels?
I'm not a heel. What are you talking about?
Okay. All right. Never mind. Shouldn't call attention to it. So, I suppose we should catch up.
Your heel turn. Your heel turn was like 4 years ago, dude. You had your entire run. Like you were champion like all those years. You know, we had that whole faction around you, and like people kept trying to. We had all the guests come on, try to take the belt from you, and you know you would always defend it in squirrely ways. Like it was an amazing arc, but those days are over.
Yeah,
If you didn't catch any of that, they could go back into the archives and listen to that whole. I mean, it was amazing. You were undefeated for years.
I was. I'm pretty good at the game. Actually, that leads me to another question. I mean, not really
I
a
acknowledge you.
question. Yeah, oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Um, I forgot what I was gonna say, like I do sometimes when I'm rambling.
Chances are it's going to be wrong.
That's hurtful. That's very hurtful. It's
But
amazing I
that is
was
accurate.
it's amazing I was so good at that game considering how poorly my brain works sometimes.
I mean, it has its moments.
Yeah. So that reminds me though, forgetting reminds me. I'm looking and I'm wondering a couple things.
Forgetting reminds you.
Yes, write that down.
I will remind you that I've said on many occasions you need to go see a doctor,
You are a doctor.
but not a medical doctor. I've told you. On on this planet, my degree in thugonomics does not allow me to prescribe you anything. I can tell you what's wrong with you, but to get actual drugs, you need to go somewhere else.
I don't know
In
if
this time,
that would help me. But for those of tuning in for the first time, they may not know this, but Dr. Sparks is now, forever, and in all time zones.
yes, I
So,
am. I am all.
yes,
Period.
he exists in the past, in the present, and also in the future simultaneously.
Yeah. It's it's frustrating having to deal with multiple versions of Mherex because some are even worse than this.
I don't appreciate that.
I just said you weren't the worst one.
I guess I'll take that.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Thank you. You always have a way of wording things that make me feel better about how bad I am.
Nah, you're not. You're not the worst.
No, you know who is the worst though? Tricky Nikki.
Just absolutely terrible. You know, she is on a reality show called Traders. Shout out to our new sponsor, Peacock. I brokered a deal with them, so they lost Raw, but they gained uh, DI Cable Guy.
I mean, that's a coup
So
for them. Let's be realistic here.
yeah, so gotta plug Peacock. They have a show called Traders, which is basically Among Us, but in a Scottish house, hosted by a flamboyant gay man that played a Russian scientist in the movie Goldeneye.
I had
Fun
no
fact.
I had no idea.
So yeah, like
When you say traders and Tricky Nicky's in it, I'm assuming that's traders with a T.
yes, not traders, traitors, because she's horrible. So
Yeah.
she's not going to be. They're not gonna look for her for exchanging of goods and services. They're gonna look for her for hurting people uh, and breaking the hearts of national treasures.
Like John Cena.
Yes, but
Yes.
he's fine. He powered through it.
Yeah, he's a better man for it.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, traders. These people are in this house. Most of them are like from previous reality fame, uh, and Boris selects people to be the quote unquote traders, but in secret. So everyone's living in this house, and every night the traders decide who to murder, and that person gets banished from the house. But also every night, the entire house votes to try to see who is the traitor.
Wait.
So they're trying to find the traitors. The traitors are killing people off one by one.
So this
Uh,
this literally is a ripoff of Among Us, but they're trying to do it in real life for a fake TV show instead of a video game.
yeah, but it's fantastic. It's good television. There's like different. They have like an Australian version. They have like it's a phenom.
Hmm.
It can't be stopped. So, anyways, uh, that
Interesting.
fulfills my contractual obligation to Peacock.
Oh,
Go check out Traders if you're into that sort of thing.
excellent. So often we also will talk food, right? I mean, or drink, food or drink. I
Yeah.
have a lot of the community may wonder, because I don't think everyone's tuned in to all 284 episodes. I don't think anyone has besides you and I. But before I get to that, how exciting is it? We're getting close to number 300.
Uh, it's very excited. I mean, I've already made and listened to episode 300, and I enjoyed it. I mean,
What
I don't know other people will enjoy it, but I enjoyed it.
what reality or version did you work with me in that has already recorded episode 300?
There is one reality where you pronounce. There's only one where you pronounce Naomi's name correctly, and that is the one where we've already done all 300 episodes.
I don't pronounce Naomi's name incorrectly.
This is not that timeline.
What are you talking about?
But yeah, I mean,
It's
it's happened.
Naomi.
It's happened. It's good. It is. You're fine,
Okay.
Mherex.
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure.
Some of your best work.
Excellent. How's the house in Monaco?
Uh, it's good. So recently, um, I've caused so a lot of people assume that I go to these places because it's nice there, but really it's nice there because I'm there. If that makes sense. Like
Sure. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna
being
say, like, you're so extravagantly wealthy, you get bored easily, and I just assume like you go to all these different places not because they're nice or beautiful, but like you just are bored and you want to flaunt your money in some kind of way and make me feel worse about my life here in plain old Oregon.
No, but what I mean is like the weather patterns are as they are because I will them to be so.
Wait, do you cause hurricanes?
No, I can, but I typically don't. At least not on purpose.
Hmm. Okay.
So lately, uh, I've been in I've been hanging out in Texas for a while, and I've been kind of coming back and forth. I have some deals. I'm trying to broker something with Dr. Pepper, and because of the back and forth, I've been kind of causing some disruptions. So like one day it'll be like 80 degrees, and then because of the influence that I have, a couple days later it'll be like 20 degrees, and I apologize for that. That's all me.
Interesting.
No, I get
S-
bored, like you said.
Yeah.
Like I'm somewhere and I'm like, you know what? It's sunny here. What if it was really cold, and vice versa?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
just to kind of see how this experiment with people goes, right? Like what are people going to do?
yeah, well, no, it's mostly when I'm in the meetings, talking to people like Dr. Pepper, Peacock, etc. Like, it's boring because
Ah,
I already know what's gonna happen. I know the outcome of the meeting. Like, I've already gone through all of this, but I have to go through the motions for their benefit. So while
okay.
I'm going through the motions, I just basically alter reality.
Can I ask a question? I mean, so like Dr. Pepper and Dr. Sparks seems like a natural pairing, right?
Exactly. That's yeah. That's
But
yes. It writes itself.
right. But how does Big Red feel about that?
Uh, we we lost Big Red like
What?
200 episodes ago, dude.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because you weren't putting in the work. You were high and mighty on your championship reign, and you refused to acknowledge Big Red because you're like, no, they need to acknowledge me. And yeah, I I kept collecting the checks for a while. I got a lot of cases of it. I mean, I got enough Big Red to last me quite a bit.
I don't have
But
any.
yeah, I mean that's your fault. That's just poor planning, um, and savings on your part.
What about I'm sorry. I'm like
Shout out to shout out to proper retirement savings, by the way.
I'm supposed to be doing that too?
Yeah,
Oh.
if you're,
What happens if I'm not?
I mean that's fine. Obviously, like, I mean it's not fine, but
What do you mean it's
you
not
know,
fine? What have you seen?
I mean not in all the timelines, but generally speaking, being financially irresponsible is not the best idea.
Huh.
So,
I
anyways,
can't think about this right now. We got episode 300 coming up and I need to be in tip-top shape. Um what about the bait and tackle shop?
oh, those are still going. I mean, that's just set it and forget it. I mean, Jim's bait and tackle shop will that's a lifetime contract. We'll get there.
Okay. Okay. Well, I feel better about that.
Yeah. Through no help of your own, by the way.
What does that mean?
I'm saying I'm the one that has to go behind the scenes, and I'm the one that has to broker the deals to keep this show afloat. Like, we would have never gotten to 284 if it wasn't for me.
Hmm. Are
All
you
all you do is like do showdown for like 18 hours a day while I'm over here busting my hump trying to get this podcast the fame that it deserves.
Wait, how do you know I'm doing showdown?
Cause that's I dude, didn't we just say that I know I am all?
Hmm.
I am more.
That's a neat trick. Can you teach me?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Yep.
Um, I guess like I don't know, like I've been wondering about lots of stuff lately, and like I find myself often thinking to myself,
In
just in
game or about life?
no, in
Is it
about life. I don't let's be real. I don't really think about the game too much because
that's that's false.
all right, well, let's not call my nerdiness out, all right? Let's just go with this. So
There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, that's okay.
Well, people like the game. It's okay to like the game.
It is okay to like the game. Sometimes it's more likable than others too. But
Yeah.
you know, what I was kind of wondering is like where I found myself often thinking to myself, I wonder what Sparks is doing right now, or what would Sparks do in this situation? Does that make you feel any kind of way knowing that?
It confuses me because we talk almost daily.
I know, but like when we're not talking, is it weird that I'm like, I wonder what Sparks would do in this situation, or what
Why
would he?
don't you just ask?
What? I can just ask.
Yeah.
Like, so like right now, I'm thinking, would do I want a
Me,
pizza or do I want a hamburger? I can
no.
just talk to you about that.
So it's funny, you interrupted me, but before you started asking that question, I was about to say a meatball sandwich.
Ooh, that would be. How, all right, after this, I'm gonna get a meatball sandwich. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to get it, but that's what you were about to ask me, and the answer is you want a meatball sandwich.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I'm here
And
for you, dude.
and I can just ask you anytime.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, is there anything you want to know right now? What's up?
Um, yeah, I think there is. Is there a reality where I don't suck as a host of a podcast?
What are you talking about? You don't suck as a host.
You're just saying that though, because you
No,
have to
false.
get the sponsors.
No, false.
Hmm.
I am fully on Team Mherex.
You're on Team Mherex?
Yeah.
You know what I think we should talk about?
What's up?
There are other people doing Champions podcasts now.
Yep.
I feel like they just copied us. Or, well, that's the wrong word. They can't copy us because, like, let's be real. There's no other podcast like this podcast.
No. Like, and they're probably trying to be useful,
Right.
I would imagine.
Yes.
It's not the same target market for sure.
No, this is not that kind of
No.
WWE Champions programming.
No.
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 And I mean, really, like, if you just look at the results, I mean, they've never had Big Red.
Nope.
They don't have Peacock.
Nope. You know
Tim's
what?
Bait and Tackle Shop is exclusive.
It is. And they don't have the TWO.
It's true. It's cold. TWO tried to run some outdoor events. I was like, dude, what are you doing?
Whoa, that seem okay. Who booked that? That doesn't seem very smart.
No, it's not. It's not their best idea.
Hmm. Who's champion these days?
Uh, I don't know. It's a good question. I don't. I don't follow the product too much.
Yeah,
At least the Canadian product.
right.
I
It's
mean, there was a guy. I know he was. They had a guy that was trained by Dean Malenko.
okay.
Um,
Okay.
but he wasn't trained by Dean Malenko for very long. So he only learned like 3 of the 1,000 holes. Um,
Oh,
but
was
but
one
man,
an arm
he
was one an armbar?
yeah. I mean, he does those 3 moves pristinely. Like if he hits you with one of them, it's over. Like it's gonna combo into the other two, and the match is gonna be over. So
Nice.
great great success with him. But yeah, Dean's at a point right now where he doesn't have time to show everyone all of the moves.
He doesn't have, probably because he doesn't have a lot of time left, right?
Ah, that's morbid.
I mean, you would know, though. I mean, like, we could get an early scoop out there. Like,
Yeah, but I'm not. No, that's not how. Remember, I can't willingly alter the timeline. I can't interfere. I'm just an observer.
all right.
Have
I
you ever
try.
seen Fringe?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So similar, the observers, they're there, they're watching, like they're in the timelines, they're in the reality, they know what's going on, but they're not supposed to interfere. But
So,
sometimes damn it, someone just comes along that is so lovable, they're like, you know what? I want to be this mortal's friend. And that's what happened with you, Mherex.
aw, I feel special.
You should.
I was gonna. So, what about early edition? Right? Like, how does that work? So, early edition, I think it's Kyle Chandler gets the newspaper a day early, and then he goes and tries to stop bad things from happening.
That's just a TV show, dude.
It's not real.
Nah, just a TV show.
What do
It's
you
not
mean?
even it's not even a current TV show.
It what?
Yeah.
Why am I just finding this out now? Like, first we don't have Big Red. It's not, and now you're telling me early edition isn't even a current TV show?
No.
Where have I been? What has happened in this time? Like, you're telling me we lost this? Like,
You've been doing Showdown, is what I explained all of this already. We've gone off the rails, dude. Focus.
okay. Have you had any good food lately?
I'm sipping a blackberry Dr Pepper. Shout
Wait,
out
wait,
to prospective future sponsor Dr Pepper.
wait. That's a thing? Blackberry
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
That actually sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's delightful. Not quite as sweet as cherry, which is delicious. But it gives it a nice fruity taste. It's delightful.
Hmm. Does it come in diet?
Yeah. Well, zero.
That works.
Yeah. Zeros are superior to diets in all forms.
I will keep that in mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Much better. Really the only one that I haven't been a huge fan of is the Dr Pepper coconut. Not
what do you got
not a,
against coconut?
I like coconut. I just
Don't
I
like it with
felt
Dr.
the
Pepper?
no, I just felt the balance was a little bit off. They went
Too
a little bit too hard with the coconut.
Hmm. Would you
So
say
like
like it was like the cowbell skit and you needed, instead of needing more cowbell, you needed less coconut?
so a better way of delivering that line would have been someone at Dr Pepper had to have more coconut.
That would have been way better. You're right. I screwed that up. Yeah.
No. Okay. I knew you were gonna screw it up, so I had the fix ready for you.
Right. Like if I had been like, someone at Dr. Pepper had a fever and the only thing that was going to cure it was more coconut and that's how this got invented.
Yes.
Man, that was a missed opportunity right there.
Yes.
I could probably edit that out.
You don't know how to edit.
That's not true.
Name 5 things you've ever edited.
Um, there was that time,
Liar.
and then there was the other
Liar.
time, and then there was that time, and then I edited that, and I edited that. There you go. There's your 5.
No. The only thing that you've ever edited is your entourage while doing Showdown for hours.
Why do you keep going back to Showdown? Like, what is your deal with me and Showdown? Like, is there a problem that you're not talking about here?
It's just such a tremendous waste of time.
What? How is it a tremendous waste of time? Exactly.
How is it not? Like, hey, let's log in. Like, hey guys, we're gonna have all the characters that you've leveled, but we're gonna have them be worse. So we're gonna take away everything that you've done to make them better, but we need you to do damage with them. So let's make them worse, but then have you do damage. Like, only a crazy person would do all of those things and waste so much time to get a handful of rainbow cakes. And I already know that you already did all those and spent hours probably doing it because
Uh,
you've done it in every single reality.
I might have.
Yeah. And I mean, and no judgment, right? I'm not judging you or anyone else that chose to waste their time by doing it.
When you say things like waste your time, I feel like you're judging.
I see how you might think that, but I'm here to tell you you're wrong.
How does that work? Now you're judging me and I'm wrong?
No, I just told you I wasn't judging.
What? That's what you said, but that's not what I heard.
You should hear what I say.
Okay, so basically what you're saying...
If you're just gonna make up meanings, why am I even talking?
I'm not making up things.
That.
So basically, though, what you're saying is this showdown that's going on right now. That's what you're referring to. Not every showdown ever in every timeline.
No, it's not this bad in every timeline.
So you're saying this current showdown with all of these really annoying tasks where you have to take some characters that you may not have leveled, and then you can't use your entourage, and you can't use medals, and then they want you to do 200 million damage with said characters is a waste of time?
I mean, that's my opinion, but yes? Question mark?
That doesn't sound real fun, does it?
I mean,
even if it is a waste of time, it doesn't sound fun to do that.
Yeah, in general, when you want to try to encourage people, and we've talked about this before, the carrot is much better than the stick. Like, if you want to make the game fun for people, buff people, make people stronger, make people feel like they're having fun. Don't buff everyone, because then if you it's like on the Incredibles, if everyone's special, no one's special. But have certain situations, like I like what they're doing in Feud, like, hey, red's really strong, have fun, right? Stuff like that.
Okay.
But the idea of, hey, we're going to make everyone on your roster stink and let's see if you can still win, isn't that fun? No, it's not fun.
I have to, as much as I hate to agree with you, like, because I like to argue, you're completely right. It makes no sense to make everyone worse and then say, go have fun. That's not fun.
No.
What kind? So I won't say what kind of crazy person would do all those tasks. I would say what kind of crazy person thinks that's a good idea to set up for all of its fans to do.
Yeah. I don't blame the person that had the bad idea. I blame the people that listened to the bad idea and didn't say that's a bad idea.
So you think the way this went down possibly is there's one like intern, right? And he's like, you know what, guys? I got this great idea. I've been thinking about this a lot. I know I'm new to the game. I don't understand the game. I don't understand the company. But what if, and hear me out here, what if we took away everything they worked for years and said, nah, you can't use that. And then we said, but wait, now you need to go do a bunch of damage with them. But wait, they're going to be characters you don't usually use either, so most of them probably aren't leveled up. And you know what? You know what happened? Instead of them saying, intern, that's a bad idea, they said, yeah. Yeah.
And it's worse because the problem is like they already do that in Feud, right? But
Oh, yes, they
at
do.
least at least in Feud, like they have the decency of being like, well, you don't have to do X damage, you just have to win, which is also annoying, right?
Yes, winning
Um,
with crappy people is annoying, but it's less
yeah,
annoying.
but what I was gonna say, but in Feud, like you could kind of because I can see what they're trying to go for, right? They want to incentivize people that have certain characters. They want to incentivize roster variety, et cetera, et cetera. But you can do that with one win. Like one win is enough. Like, hey, do you have this person? Cool, get a win with them, and here's your bonus points.
I couldn't
Like
agree
even
more.
even even three is kind of pushing it,
What about when
but
it's
like
like
when
10?
yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like when you start getting to 10, it's like the same person that thought this showdown was a good idea, I guarantee is the person that thought, hey, let's bump this up to 10.
What do you think?
They should have done it the other way where
Let's bump this down to 1.
yeah, so in feud it should be 1 because you have to use the person. In showdown they could have done like 1 to 3 because you have a tag partner, right? There's things you
Uh-huh.
can do. You can set up the hot tag. You can right. You can make a game out of it.
Then
But
it should have been wins and not damage too.
exactly, that's the point. Because then it's like, well, how do I use this person as a part of a tag team in my
Eh,
tag team mode? Instead, they said, hey, let's add a feature to our tag team mode where we focus on using only one person,
wait,
and you should try to keep using that person as long as you can and just keep them in there and blindly break gems and do damage and really not care about the tag at all because you're not getting points for the win. It's just how much damage this one person. It's just the worst.
it kind of is the worst. That's you
Yeah.
bring up a valid point. Showdown.
Sorry.
No, Showdown. Are you sure it's a tag mode?
Yeah.
Is that what we're supposed to be doing here?
Yeah.
Well, why don't we?
Why don't you tag? Because
Yeah,
then
like
you won't get the points that they very poorly designed.
yeah, man.
So anyway.
Are you is Dr. Sparks, are you available to consult on the next event?
Oh yeah, sure.
If the price was right and
Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
You want me to throw that out there in my connections at Scopely that I don't
Yeah.
have,
Whatever.
but people think I
Yeah.
do?
Yeah. It's fine.
Okay.
Put your tie back on. It's been a while. I mean, if we need to have the heel turn for Mherex again, bring back corporate Mherex. I mean, it
Hmm.
it got you the strap. So I mean, look at you now. Now you're bungling in the upper mid card. Still you still got the name value, but we need to get you back into the main event.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I still have the stuff anymore.
Now you do. It's all predetermined.
Oh, well, I mean that. So wait. We could just write it into the storyline that I still got the stuff?
It's not that it's written into the storyline. It's that you having the stuff and whether or not you are put back into the main event is already predetermined. I don't mean the outcome is predetermined. I mean your life and everything that's going to happen to you is predetermined.
That seems kind of depressing.
No, it's really not.
Or
It's just
maybe it's really freeing cuz I don't have to worry about anything.
it depends. I mean,
Now you're confusing me. Make up your mind.
no, so what I mean is what you perceive as random is just, variables that your mortal brain cannot comprehend. If you could, you'd see the outcomes and you'd see what's next. So if you go back far enough, there's a cause and effect for everything. So what I'm saying is whether or not you were going to care, like has already been established. So if you decide that this is freeing, this version of you was always going to decide that. So it is freeing, but in a way, like you still have to deal with the consequences. So
Hmm.
what's more important to you? To be feel free, but then deal with the consequences, or keep living under the influence of choice, but feel good about your life?
Bold of you to assume I'll feel good about the choices I make, sir.
I mean, if you don't get the meatball sandwich, I can see how you would have.
See? That's what I'm talking about, man. Everything. I really want that sandwich.
Yeah, get the sandwich, dude.
All right, I will. But we probably should.
Do you ever use Uber Eats or some type of delivery equivalent?
No, I don't, because I don't like paying them to drive me the food when it's already kind
Yeah,
of expensive. It's annoying. Like I want to because I'm lazy, right?
no.
But I'm also
Which
cheap.
is
But I'm also
which is a
cheap.
problem,
Yeah,
right?
it's a huge problem when lazy conflicts with cheap, right? How do you fix
And and
which
the
wins out?
and the thing is, these people aren't buying like healthy food when they're doing this. Like,
No, why would you buy healthy food that way?
yeah, but my point is like they're being lazy and
You're talking about me
wanting to
here.
not move. Not you specifically. I'm saying like I've
What do you
seen
mean you
people.
people?
I've I've seen mortals. Let's just leave it at that.
All right.
Who, for example, live literally less than you could walk to a Popeyes from where they live, right?
Why
Like
Popeyes?
I'm just because this is the exact example. This isn't a scenario. I'm telling you something that I've seen with my eyeballs.
Is one of your houses next to a Popeye?
Yes, there is. I have a place where I stay from time to time, and there is a Popeyes literally adjacent to the neighborhood. So you have your neighborhood, right?
Like a
With
couple 3 blocks away kind of thing?
no, well, so let me explain. So the neighborhood is a cluster of homes, correct?
I mean,
And
that makes sense.
yes, and the outside of the neighborhood is now eventually you get to a main road, right?
Like
So
a
when you
highway,
it could be a highway, it could be a main road that leads to, but the point is
like a county
you leave
road,
the
a
yeah, you
freeway,
leave the yeah, you leave the confines of the
a
neighborhood.
boulevard.
Yes.
A lo-
Focus.
sorry.
So you leave the neighborhood and eventually get to like a main street where suddenly you start seeing businesses, not just houses. It'll be a gas station,
Maybe a
a
Dairy
coffee
Queen.
shop, whatever. Yeah, no, there is. There's a Dairy Queen next to the Popeyes.
Dude, Dairy Queen is really
Um,
good.
yeah, it
I'd
is.
like a Blizzard right now.
Yeah, you should get steak fingers also.
What are
Um,
steak fingers?
you never had steak fingers? What's wrong with you?
What are
Steak
they? What
fingers
are
are like
they?
chicken fingers. They're like chicken fingers, but they're steak.
What are they
Yeah,
like deep fried steak?
yeah.
Wait, so it's
Thick
like it's
strips of country fried steak.
no.
Yeah, those are steak fingers,
Well, and
and they
Dairy
come
Queen
with
has that really good country gravy.
yeah. That's what it comes with.
Wait, you're telling me I can go to Dairy Queen right now and
Yeah,
go get steak fingers? Are you sure?
yeah,
Uh-uh.
yeah.
I
Steak
want
fingers.
maybe I'll
They're like
pass on the meatball sub for steak fingers.
either way. Focus.
Sorry.
Trying trying to tell you a story.
Okay, continue.
So we have the Popeyes is really right there.
I've only had Popeyes
These people,
once. It was pretty good.
yeah, yeah. It would take them literally 2 minutes to drive to Popeyes because it's literally adjacent to the neighborhood. They
Okay.
wouldn't even have to drive on the main road.
Are we
They just
talking
have to cross the main
are
road.
we talking about one of your neighbors that you maybe don't like right now?
No, I have nothing against them. I'm just will you let me finish the story?
Yes, go ahead.
So this Popeyes is literally as close as a business humanly could possibly be without the Popeyes being inside of a house in the neighborhood.
That would be cool.
Yeah. But instead of driving the 2 minutes they get the Popeye delivered to them,
Yeah, I wouldn't
and
pay for that.
it breaks my heart.
Yeah, I could
Like,
see that. I would walk. I actually
yeah, I
I
mean, if you're
actually
gonna
enjoy
buy,
the occasional walk
yeah,
to obtain food, then I feel less bad about getting fat or eating the food.
yeah, you could walk to Dairy Queen to get the steak fingers.
Yeah, my Dairy Queen though is like 4 miles away, so I don't want to do that. That's too far.
Yeah, yeah, I'm saying you could walk to the Dairy Queen
In the
that,
neighborhood that you
yes,
live in some timelines.
yes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes I'm not always here,
How long has
but
Dairy Queen had steak fingers? I'm sorry, your story was great, but I'm really obsessed with this now.
uh,
Because I didn't know that was a thing. They have really good cheese curds now, too. Have you had those?
I have not.
Why not? Do you not like cheese curds?
I don't. I don't have a lot of Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
But steak fingers, chicken baskets,
Hmm,
banana
hmm.
splits.
Oh,
Very nice.
I don't like bananas. Gross.
You don't like bananas?
I actually, so I think the reason why is the smell is so overpoweringly strong and I have a very sensitive smell. If there's bananas near me and I'm eating, it makes everything even taste like bananas. I cannot stand bananas. It's too much banana.
All right. Let me pose a hard hitting question.
Okay.
Bananas or lettuce?
Oh my gosh. Oh. How much of it? And how much do I have to eat?
Uh, you just have to eat, let's say, 2 heaping spoonfuls. So if you don't eat the banana, you have to eat the lettuce. If you don't eat the lettuce, you have to eat the banana.
And it's like a leaf of lettuce or like 2 bites of banana,
No, it's like 2 spoonfuls. So like,
but
I
you
know you
don't,
don't eat salad,
right?
but if you had a fork and you stab the salad, you would get like a cluster of
Lettuce
salad. Yeah.
and
So think of
sadness.
that. That's what I'm saying. Like two like
I think I'd
like
probably, I think I'd, so lettuce, I just really dislike the taste. You know what I mean? Like it like makes everything else taste like lettuce to me. And it's just not, it's just kind of gross. It's sort of like eating grass or something to me. But banana is like very pungent. And I feel like I'd rather do the lettuce, to be honest, as shocking as that might be.
yeah, that is shocking. So yeah, don't have a banana split.
Yeah, I don't like banana splits
No.
because I don't like bananas. But I really don't like lettuce either. Why are we talking about the worst possible dessert you could get at Dairy Queen?
I mean that's your personal opinion.
Yeah, like
And
pineapple on pizza should never
given
happen.
that given that you didn't even know steak fingers existed, I feel like your opinions are devalued.
You can't do that.
I just did.
You What are you eating?
Pizza?
You're eating pizza?
Yeah.
What kind?
Pepperoni and pineapple?
You're kidding.
No, why would I kid? It's delicious.
You can't put pineapple on pizza, dude. That's no longer pizza. That's an abomination.
Whatever.
Oh, whatever,
You
me.
don't know you don't know what steak fingers are, and you do showdown. Your your decision making is can't be trusted.
Everything, you can't use Showdown for everything. You can't. That's not fair. So,
I'm just
we've established neither of us like this Showdown. It sucks.
no
And doing tasks with nothing equipped is not fun.
no.
Do you care about the store?
Yeah, there's some good stuff in the store, which is unfortunate because you get points doing the showdown.
So yeah, I mean, like your options are more limited. How much currency do you have? Ish. I'm not gonna hold you down to an exact amount. I can't expect you to remember that. Let's face it, you
I
and
have
prize walls aren't the best.
I have all the currency.
Okay, well, since you have all the currency, what are you planning on getting and why?
So as you mentioned, my track record with prize walls is a little bit sketchy. So I don't want myself to get flagged. So I have to, even though I have access to as much currency as I want, like if I want more currency, I just will it and it's there. Um, but that's not fair to other people, right? So usually what happens is I'll just have all the currency and I just forget to spend it. Um, or if I do spend it, I try to limit myself on what I spend. So I think for this one, uh, there's some moments on there that are kind of interesting. Um, there are plates, obviously, these new plates. I'm a big fan of plates because the thing with moments is that they're great, but they're tied to specific wrestlers. And as the game moves on, there's always going to be someone later that comes out that's better.
Yep, for sure.
So eventually, um, the moment is gonna lose its luster. Like, do you remember how excited you were for the Rocky moment?
No, I don't remember.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah, I do
I,
remember, and a lot and I spent way more than I should have for that moment.
yeah. So
Thanks for reminding me.
yeah,
Hope you
this is what
choke
I
on
do.
your pizza.
That's how I teach.
Yeah, thanks.
So things like things like plates, trainer abilities, straps, things that you can then transfer to a later person that's going to be relevant, for me, have more value.
Would you say
Now,
those things are more evergreen than a moment?
I don't know the reference that you're trying to make right now.
You know, something's always green, it's always useful, it's always alive, it's always
That's a weird
growing.
that's a weird way to say that. Why don't you just say are always good?
I mean, it's for the entertainment value.
I don't know. I thought you were trying to make a reference and it was just not a very good job, but apparently you're just being weird.
You're a butt.
Whatever. At least I don't put my raw butt in the chair. So, as I was saying, uh, plates, trainers, straps, things like that. Short term value, 100%. Some of those moments, especially if they're going to really take someone to a whole new level. Um, so, The Miz is going to be someone that I'm going to showcase. So, The Miz came, there was a gear for him that came out recently, and a new moment for him. Well, he already had a previous moment. So if you stack now his two moments and his gears, the Miz is incredible. We're talking about the tech Miz.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So that would be an example where it's like, you know what? That's going to take this person from like, yeah, he's good, to arguably he could be your go-to highest damage dealing tech if that's who you wanted to focus on.
Can I ask you a question?
Yep.
How much of this has to do with the fact that you're a Mark, one, and two, how spectacular he looks in that white tuxedo?
I'm not a Bismarck. I just I respect talent, and the man is talented.
That sounds a little bit like a Mark.
No,
And the
a
question,
mark a mark likes someone in spite of the lack of talent.
okay. Okay. And how about the suit? That has nothing to do with your love of the gear, the way it looks all in his flashy white suit. Because I mean,
Oh,
I know,
it
huh?
looks amazing, but that's we're we're not talking about gears. We're talking about the moment. But yeah, he looks incredible. Maurice is a very lucky lady.
Okay. All right.
Shout out,
So
shout out to Maurice.
yeah, indeed, indeed. All right. So um that
So,
would that
anyways, end result, kind of what I was. Sorry to interrupt. Just to kind of
you're not sorry.
summarize everything. Moments really good, and have the potential to kick someone up a notch and make them suddenly someone that is a go-to person on your roster. But long term, like a few months from now, you may not use that person ever again. Uh, when's the last time you used Cowboy Bob?
Only when Scopely tells me to.
Yeah, and Cowboy Bob is amazing. Like, there's
Yeah,
so many people that are. When's the last time you used Striker Ali?
a long time.
Yeah, Striker Ali is amazing. Like, there's so many people that are amazing and can be amazing, but the way that the game works, you're always going to be kind of leveraged to use newer, better people. So, in my opinion, again, just my opinion, everyone can do whatever they want. If you're choosing between two things, um, if you already have someone that's going to fit the role, right? Like, I'm talking about Miz, for example. Let's say you already have a Dragonov, or you already have uh, that dude. Let's say you
Shredder?
got the dude.
Shredder? Mercy?
No, I was thinking about
Cena?
the no, the talented dude that his brother's kind of goofy looking, but he's really talented. But
Oh,
they don't
Julius?
have. Yeah, there you go, Julius.
The Creed
So
brothers.
let's say, yeah. So let's say you have Julius, right,
Uh-huh.
with the gear and all the stuff, right? So if you already have someone that's like top shelf, and getting the moment is going to bring someone to that same level, like, you're not really changing your roster or anything, right? You gave yourself flexibility, but really, I mean,
Yeah,
switching A B, not that big a deal.
it doesn't move the
Whereas if
needle.
yeah, whereas if you get some of these plates, like, as people come out, you should pick a plate that's relevant for you now. But then as people come out, some of those plates are still going to be relevant moving forward. Uh, how often do you use your Piper plates?
Right, all the time.
Yeah. How many people is the drip plate still relevant for? I know you don't like it, but that's because you're a crazy person.
I mean, there's a few. I mean, for sure that is still relevant on. Yeah, and it makes a difference, huge difference on them.
Yeah. So, anyways, long term investment
Well,
plates
let me ask
better
you
than
this then. At what point, because I agree, pretty much I'm generally on record on saying I'll take plates over shards because eventually I get the people anyway, and if I don't have all the right stuff to run somebody at a high level, generally they're not good enough anyway. So I want to have the plates, the trainers, that kind of stuff, right? This prize wall for me is a rare occasion where I'm thinking about taking the Hall of Fame moment. Strictly for Ron, Hall of
oh,
Fame Ron Simmons. He's my best striker. I use him already. With one gear, you can one click with him for post 99 MP for about 63 million. Just one click and done. Um, with the moment,
is,
what's that?
is he is he that significantly better than Uso?
I don't have Uso, you jerk,
Why don't you have Uso?
because I haven't got him yet.
Did you not hit the button?
No, I didn't hit the button.
You suck, dude.
Yeah. So
All right.
I don't have Uso, I don't have Cody Jones, and I
Yeah.
don't have OTC.
Okay. So I mean,
So,
yeah, if your roster sucks, then yes, you should look into the moments.
all right. I'm glad we had this chat.
Yeah. I don't think your roster sucks, by the way.
Yes, you do.
No. I
You
think
do.
you think your roster sucks.
No, my roster's good. It's better than your
No,
roster.
I mean, that's questionable, but okay.
So, what are you gonna get though?
Mm, I'm looking
Undecided?
at no. I mean, it depends how many things I'm gonna get. I think probably the for sure, um, just because of short-term impact. Uh, I think I want to get the botch plate actually.
I like the clever naming on the botch plate.
Oh yeah, it's great. I can assure you, the person that came up with that name is not the person that came up with these showdown stipulations.
You know, I feel like I agree completely.
Yeah,
There is no way the creative genius behind naming this botch slapped is the
yeah,
is the creative black hole that came up with this showdown structure.
no. So
And who
yeah,
would you
I
put
want
it
to get.
on?
We talked about this yesterday, actually, um, on the lady whose name you can't pronounce properly.
Naomi.
Wow. Tell them about the bill, Mherex,
Well,
while I finish.
so yeah, will you finish your pizza? I
Uh-huh.
mean, she's got this is assuming you have Striker Roxanne and you don't have the gear or let's say the green Royal Rumble plate. I don't have the gear. I don't have the green Royal Rumble plate for my Naomi. My Naomi two clicks, two true clicks does about 55 million with just the buff and then the finisher that chucks the green gems. Well, however, if you're using Roxanne, you get the 4 red MP. Santa gives you 5. Your turn gives you 6. While also having 10 green MP, you can then place the 3 columns of botch gems down, and the plate will go off and generate 8 random times 8 multiplies, which get overwritten by the green. That's buff 300%. And instead of hitting for 53, 54 million, you hit for like 100 to 120 million.
No.
So I like that plate on her a lot. This is also I in a perfect world for me, I would get 32 million currency. I don't think that perfect world's gonna happen unless I get lucky, and then I'm gonna have to choose between the moment and the botch slap because I'm currently at 20,875 currency. Which
Which which moment is? Oh, you said the Hall of Fame moment.
Yeah, just for my Ron because I'm lazy, but I also pride put a lot of effort into being efficient because when I want to try hard, when I occasionally do, I want to do it as quickly as possible because I am lazy.
Occasionally, come on, buddy. Come
Occasionally,
on, buddy.
occasionally,
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 occasionally. Really?
occasionally.
That's where
Yeah.
we're going.
Yes.
That's you're
Yeah.
on.
Yes.
You're
No.
on. You're on the record.
Anyway, it
We're gonna
let
post this.
y-
You were gonna post this, and you're gonna let the world hear that.
yes, I'm fine with that.
All right.
Listen, I don't feud very much anymore. Like for trying to get milestones, like a ton.
Yeah,
Like,
because there's no point to it once you get the CSS, like it's done.
all right. Anyway, I don't try hard
And
that
at some
often.
point, at some point we're gonna have to do like our fourth. This is why you suck at feuding episode.
Yeah, we will.
Um, like the first three, highly highly touted. I mean,
Some
the
of the
third
best
one,
stuff we've ever done.
yeah, I mean the third one, we got an Emmy for that one.
We did, and
Yeah,
interestingly enough, we also got nominated for a Grammy. As weird as
yeah,
that sounds.
yeah, because of uh portion of the segment where you sang out the advice.
Right.
Yeah,
Because it was so good.
it's yeah. Again, third episode of Why You Suck at Feuding, easily top 10 top 10 podcast episodes of all time. Not just this podcast,
Any
just
podcast.
podcasts. Exactly.
Yeah. Millions of podcasts, and it's a top 10.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Ask anyone,
yeah, go,
they know about it.
yeah, go check it out if you haven't listened to it. Check out the archives. But yeah, sorry I interrupted you.
No, you're
We
fine.
were saying how you don't feud a lot. I was like, yeah, you shouldn't feud a lot. Again, yeah, do what you need to get to maximize rewards while minimizing effort.
Right.
And if you want to do more, hey, that's on you. Like, I'm not
Why
saying
do I
don't do
feel
it.
again like you're judging me every time with the judging?
I'm not judging you. I'm just saying if
Mm-hmm.
you want to do more, it's completely fine as long as you recognize that what you're doing is stupid.
I think that's kind of fair, right? Like, it's okay to like do something stupid as long as you understand you're being stupid.
Yeah.
That's
I just
then.
don't want anyone I don't want anyone walking around thinking that they're going to try to convince someone that it's a good idea to do stupid things, cuz
Stupid.
that yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry.
You
So
know,
yeah, you're talking about how uh Hall of Fame Ron is going to save your roster.
I don't like the way you put that.
You said you said that he was going to be your best striker and that the way you played, he was going to be great for you, and you were talking about all the great things about Hall of Fame Ron. I don't see what the problem is.
Mm-hmm. 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 Anyway, uh, the moment gets him up to about 67 million with one click, about 80 million with two moves, which is great. It lets me be super lazy and efficient, and more importantly, lazy and fast. So he's easily my best striker.
No.
Um,
And
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 it
honestly, like if we were to kind of like, you gave some specific details as to why, but if we zoom
mm,
out, basically what you're saying is he fills an immediate role in your
yes,
roster.
yes,
Yes.
it's a
And
difference maker.
exactly. And for that same reason, that's why I'm interested in the botch plate. Because I think Naomi would immediately fill at striker female, would immediately fill a gem based role, right? Like obviously Bailey, you click a couple buttons and you can beat anyone. But you can do that at 6 bronze, right? You don't need her at gold to do that. Obviously, you will level anything that gets released, so I'm sure you have her 6 gold already.
It's like you're
But
looking at my screen, and I also don't appreciate what you're saying, but carry on.
yeah, I'm
You're not
I
wrong.
can I can see your screen, but I'm not looking at your screen.
Remind me not to play Battleship with you.
Yeah. So, anyways, because yeah, I mean, I'm not. You're recording, you're streaming, whatever, but I'm not looking at your screen. I'm just talking to you. Uh, I'm not physically behind you. My aura is, but I physically am not. So, anyways, for those same reasons, like, hey, I want a gem based female striker. I don't really like any of the ones that exist right now. But yeah, she's someone that, with that plate, now, yeah, good to go. Immediately fills a role, immediately someone that's useful. And then that plate, I'm sure there's other uses for it now, potentially. In the future, I'm sure there's going to be more. Um, I don't think I'm ever going to be like, damn it, I wish I didn't have this plate. So
Yeah,
overall,
I think that's fair. Other than like Sid's power bomb plate and a couple plates, that's been the case, and those clearly are not going to ever scale with anything. These
yeah,
seem like they will remain useful.
yeah.
So
So
basically, what you're saying is, when you make a choice on the prize wall, you should have a good reason for it, and it should make a difference on your roster.
ideally, I mean, if you're the type of player that cares more about just being silly and having fun and not necessarily about whether the decision is good or not, like maybe you just really want to make a certain person really good, and the only way they're even remotely viable is by doing certain things. Kind of like how you made uh, Showboat Mankind halfway decent.
Way back in the
Um,
day, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you want to do something, at the end of the day, it is a game, right? At the end of the day, I mentioned earlier financial planning. As long as you're not spending irresponsibly, right? Like don't spend money that you don't have. Like I used to I used to always feel so bad when I would see people talk about like, oh yeah, I'm waiting for the end of the week uh, so that I can buy this pack or something. And in my mind, I'm like, if you gotta wait until the end of the week to buy something, like, no, don't do it. What are you doing? Like,
Mm,
stop it. But
yeah.
again, it's people's money. They can
Right.
do what they want.
Right.
But yeah, don't spend money that you're not. You should treat this like gambling. You should only spend money that you are perfectly fine with completely losing,
Agreed.
because
I don't
it's
disagree at
just
all.
it's just money that you're not wasting, but that you shouldn't look at it as a return on investment. This is just you're playing a game with muscly men in their underwear. Like, quit taking it so seriously.
That's really good advice. One,
No,
games should be fun. Two,
no,
they should have muscly men in underwear. And
no,
three, you should spend responsibly.
no.
That's kind of like a motto for life, right? I mean, just be
Mm-hmm.
responsible
Mm-hmm.
and don't be a dick.
Nope. I was gonna say, yeah, don't suck.
Yeah. I fail at that though.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Um,
There anything else you want to talk about?
I was just gonna ask you the same. Do we have anything else we need to really talk about? I mean, I'm a little bit. I guess there is one thing I want to get off my chest. I'm a little bit annoyed with the Westminster Dog Kennel show.
What's that?
Why?
Yep.
I mean, they preempted us.
Yeah, but they preempt us every year. Like, what is that? How's
Right, but they preempted us for a very long time.
eh, only only in certain uh broadcast ranges.
I mean, that's true. There was a blackout. So, if you guys aren't following, certain areas had a blackout in effect for the DI Cable Guy show.
But I
So,
mean, I don't see how that's our problem. We still got paid.
that's true. We still did the recordings. We still did the podcast. We still have all the episodes. We're still pushing towards 300. Still the longest weekly episodic podcast in WWE Champions history. All those things are still there. The records are intact. TWO is still going strong. Jim's Tackling Bait is still going strong. We lost Big Red, though. I think maybe in part to that. I mean, like, I don't know what happened to me. I went through like this span of years where it's all just kind of hazy. I feel like maybe I drank the wrong Kool-Aid.
But you powered through it, and here we are.
Here we are.
Yep.
Is there anything you'd like to tell the people?
No, not really. I don't like most of the people that listen to the show.
I mean, that's fair.
No. I did want to ask you because I'm all right with you. I don't mind you.
Oh, thank you. I don't mind you
Did
either.
you want to play uh a game of 20 questions?
Oh man,
You remember 20 questions?
I remember.
No. It's
You
up to
remember the
you.
time when we recorded a whole episode and I didn't hit the record button?
What are you talking about? Do I remember? We had one of the best introductions that we've ever done before you started hitting record today.
What if I told you I had forgot to hit record a second time today?
It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you.
Me either, but I didn't. I just once you said that, I literally double checked and made sure the red button, record button, was glowing. I'm like, oh no, I had this bad feeling. Yeah, it's a game. We're playing a game. You said.
Yeah, 20 questions. So,
All right.
uh, reminder again for the people that are new and have not listened to the 283 previous episodes. Uh, I will select a person, a wrestler. Mherex has 20 questions to try to find out who that person is. He cannot ask loaded questions that would narrow it down too much. So, for example, he can't say, is it male? Because suddenly that will like split everything in half. He can't ask about class. He can't ask about era until he gets to question 10. Once he gets to question 10, he can ask one question of that type where it kind of would fit it into a category to help him narrow it down. And then once he gets to question 15, he can ask whatever he'd like. And his final question, number 20, has to be, is it so and so? If he makes a guess prior and gets it wrong, he automatically loses.
This
Mherex,
is
are you prepared?
yeah, there's like 620 some people, 30, 50 people on the roster now. This is going to be interesting. All right. I'm can
I
so do I get to
mean,
ask about special gem types?
not until question 10.
Dang, okay.
So basically, the first questions are not even game related. Like, it's more about the person.
Right. All right.
You can't get to the game dynamics until question 10.
All right. Yikes. Is this character? Nope, that's too specific. Do they have hair?
Yes.
Okay, they have hair.
No.
Do they have facial hair?
No.
So they have hair, but no facial hair. Okay.
Correct. Please do not ask any more hair related questions. This is a family podcast.
Okay, okay. No facial hair and they have hair. I need to write these down. I'll forget. No face hair and they have hair. Has hair. All right. And I can't, the color would be too specific now, and you said no more hair questions anyway. But color
Yeah,
would be
no more
too
hair.
specific. Yep. Okay.
Until you get to question 15.
Right.
Remember, question 15, you can ask whatever you want.
Right. Do they have an accessory of some kind on their head?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes to an accessory. Okay. I feel like I'm probably good on this line of questioning facially for now. Hmm.
We're at 3.
Do they have tattoos that you can see at least when you pull up their character screen?
I'm gonna say no. Thank you for being specific, because I would have added that asterisk to my answer.
No tattoos. Okay.
That is 4.
No tattoos, no facial hair, has hair, they have some kind of accessory they're wearing on their
Yes.
face head area sort of thing. Oh boy. Okay. There's so many characters now. This is crazy.
I mean, you've won 99 games in a row. Like, you'd think you'd be in
less
the
than
groove by now.
I'm still nervous though. There's
Okay,
always that chance. The fluke could happen and this could be the one I finally lose my status.
I believe in you.
All right. Um when you click on the character and pull them up, are they wearing a jacket?
No.
No jacket. Okay. Does that mean we're on a question I can ask something specific now?
Uh, not game dynamic related. Game dynamic related isn't until 10.
Okay. But I could ask the color of their, like, is their hair color XYZ?
Yeah.
Is their hair color black?
Yes.
Ooh! Has black hair. Okay. So no facial hair, not bald, has some kind of head accessory, no tattoos, no jacket, has black hair.
Correct.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Um
We are on 7.
does this character wear a singlet?
No.
No singlet. Okay, no jacket, no singlet. Okay. Does this character wear a hat?
Uh,
What was that?
hold. I need to. I need to
Insult?
consult uh, definitions. 1 second, please.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say no.
No hat. Okay. Does this person in the game have multiple ring attires? Also known as
Uh,
gear. Also known as gears.
because this is question 9, I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna say that's technically game related.
Oh, then let
But
me
I'm
ask something different then.
okay.
Is the character a striker?
Well, but this is question 9, dude.
What am I? Oh, okay. What do I have to wait for?
10.
Oh, so I can ask that next question.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead. Go ahead with then let's do
Yeah.
the
What I said is I'm just gonna let you have it. 9 is close enough to 10.
Okay.
So the question was, does he have multiple gears?
Yeah.
The answer to that is no.
Okay.
Did you want to ask your follow-up question officially?
Yes. Is this
Uh, the follow-up question was, is he a striker? Correct.
Yes.
He is not a striker.
Not a striker. Okay.
Yes.
Am I allowed to continue that line of questioning or does that now have to wait till 5?
You cannot ask any more questions about gears or classes
Okay.
until 15, and then all bets are off.
Does this character make multiply gems?
I want to say yes, but let me confirm. Yes.
Yes. Okay. And now I'm done with gem types for a while, right?
Yeah, you cannot ask gem type questions.
Okay. Um does this person, that would be unlikely, but possible. Does this person have a move damage buff?
Oh. Um, I want to say no, but I want to make sure. No, they do not.
Okay. How many questions I got left?
That was number 12.
Okay, so I got 8 questions left.
Yes. And then starting 15, you can ask whatever you want.
Okay. Does this person have any kind of eyewear?
No.
No glasses. Does this person have a mask?
No mask.
Mask. Okay. I think I'm getting
15, 15, you can guess what, you can ask whatever you'd like.
okay.
So, quick
So
recap. Yes, he has hair on his head. No, he does not have facial hair. Yes, he has a head accessory. No, he doesn't have tattoos. No, he's not wearing a jacket. Yes, he has black hair. No, he's not wearing a singlet. The thing on his head is not a hat. There are no multiple gears for the character. He's not a striker. He does make multiply gems. He does not have a move damage buff. He does not wear glasses, and he is not wearing a mask. You can
okay.
now ask whatever you would like.
Is the class an acrobat?
Yes.
All right. Is acrobat. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. 4 questions left. These are going to have to be good. I got to scroll to macros. There's so many now. Holy crap.
Just use the filter, dude.
I'm trying. But there's no filter for glasses and multiply gems.
I mean, in your version of the game.
I hate you. All right.
It's not in the strap filter?
No, it's not.
Hmm.
Okay. Is it modern era?
No.
Dang. Okay. Well, that does also filter a lot out. How many questions do I have left?
That was question 16. So you have 3 questions
And
and
then
then
my
one
guess.
question that is your final guess.
Okay. All right. So I'm looking not modern, black hair. I don't know. Muda looks like he has a jacket. I thought Muda would fit because he has black hair, no facial hair. He's got paint. Is that a jacket? I mean, it's probably not. That's like a karate gi isn't a jacket. All right. I'm leaning towards Muda as a possibility. No, no hat, so it's not Hall of Fame macho, and also gears. No
For
glass.
the for the sake of transparency, I will say that um, I would not consider what Muda is wearing to be a jacket.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, cool, perfect. Um, no gears, so it's not the new Seth. Um, he's so modern. No hat, so it's not modern. It could also be no Warrior doesn't have black hair, not Warrior. Modern. Could potentially also be someone like Demon Balor as well. So far I got Muda and possibly Balor. Because he's got something on his head and I don't know what you would call that. Austin doesn't have hair. Hogan has blonde hair. He's also modern, that one is. Not Skull King. It could also be X. No, X-Pac has facial hair. Can't be X-Pac. Eddie has facial hair. No mask, so it's gonna be any kind of Ray. Stinger is nope, gold hair. I'm feeling
If for some reason um, after you clicked on this episode, if you like walked away and like made your sandwich and got your blackberry Dr. Pepper and you happen to come back right now, I apologize for really everything. But if for some reason you have been listening the whole time, uh, put in the comments who you think it is.
Is it Legendera?
No, not Legend Era.
Dang, not modern, not legend. That rules out Muda. And I have 2 guesses left,
2 questions,
and then 1
and then
guess.
yes.
I really thought I had it with Muda. What's Demon Balor then? He's like, let me find his era. Those were the 2 I initially saw. Reality, is that what that is? Yes, is it reality era?
It is not.
What? Not modern, not legend, not reality. I have 1 guess to narrow it down left. No facial hair. Also, there's no guarantee that it's a man because there's no facial hair, no tattoos. I guess Balor, I think, shows tattoos, so I think I screwed that guess up. I don't
And
know.
for the sake of clarity, um, you asked if they were wearing a hat, not do they have something on their head.
Correct.
So just because they don't have a hat doesn't mean they don't have something on their head.
Correct. All right, I'm confident it's not a lady. Looking at the ladies, acrobats that aren't modern, I'm confident it's not a lady. We're good. So it is a
So
man,
so we know it's an acro.
and we know it's a man, and we know they have multiplies.
No. And we know that it's not modern, not legend, not reality. So that takes away
A lot.
a big.
HBK has a hat, wrong color hair. I'm gonna go through this. D'Lo has a hat. Macho has a hat. Modern. Seth has glasses. Devon has glasses. Steamboat's legend. No, can't be you. Can't be R-Truth. Can't be Seth. Roman's modern. Jay's modern. Logan's modern. Cena has a hat. Nakamura's modern. Warrior's legend. Dom's modern. Brett's Hall of Fame has glasses. It's not reality. Shelton doesn't have hair. Edge is modern. Oh. No. Is this character new gen?
Yes.
This character is Tatanka.
With a unfathomable 100 win in a row, Mherex, you are victorious. This character is Tatanka. Yeah.
I knew it.
I never had any doubt.
I did it again. Still undefeated.
I mean, since the last time you lost.
It never happened.
I disagree.
You know, I want to close with a final thought. We were talking about this and we are like, we should try to keep it to like a half hour. You want to venture a guess what we're at for time?
Probably 1.5 hours.
Yeah, that's about where we're at. 1 hour and 27 minutes and 46 seconds.
That's fine.
That's pretty good for us.
Yeah. I mean, you had a whole thing there in the middle where you started doubting whether or not Dairy Queen sold steak fingers, and I don't know what the whole deal was with asking about obscure television shows that I bet no one has ever even heard of outside of me.
You didn't let me connect the dots with that. Because
Okay.
you just said it's no longer a TV show. I was going to say, what about Early Edition? He's constantly fixing things. Isn't he worried about the space-time continuum? And then you said it's not real.
Yeah, it's not real. It was a TV show.
And I was crushed.
Yeah. I never said that your question wasn't valid because of the premise of the show. I said it wasn't valid because it was a TV show. Like, it doesn't matter whether the TV show is still on. Like, it's a TV show, dude. TV shows aren't real. Spoiler alert.
Wrestling?
Predetermined.
But real?
Like everything else in life.
But real?
Yeah, it's real in the sense that it happens.
I knew it.
Yeah.
What
But
about,
again, like I said, like everything else in life, it's predetermined.
I can't remember if you sent it to me or someone else did. If wrestling is real, then why this? And it was a video of a guy dressed up as a certain religious leader or religious icon. I don't know the exact term. And the said person was choke slamming people seemingly with the force and doing wrestling moves without touching them using their spiritual powers. I'm not sure.
You You are thinking of a Steven Seagal video.
Oh, really?
Yes, and that
Okay.
is 100% true.
But that is fake.
No, literally the words that just came out of my mouth were that's 100% true.
Okay.
Steven Seagal is not to be messed with.
I there you know how you said I could ask you anything? You'd be there for me?
Sure.
There's one thing I've spent a lot of time pondering, and maybe you have the answer. Maybe you can't tell me because maybe it'll alter history too much, but I've
Uh-huh.
often thought, who would win in a fight? You have Chuck Norris, you have Steven Seagal, you have Jean-Claude Van Damme, you have Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, and you have Luke Skywalker. And the final sixth entrant into this death match is Spock from Star Trek. Who wins that fight and why?
Who do you think wins? And then I will tell you.
I feel like this is a setup, but I think the right answer is Chuck Norris.
Why is that? Because of social media?
Yes?
I mean, really? Like, because of a bunch of internet posts? Like,
Listen,
you think
my favorite all-time internet quote is from Abraham Lincoln.
he did
So,
say that?
but I read it on the
Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln never said that you can't trust everything you read on the internet.
but I read that on the internet. Okay, I'm going to guess again. Hold on. I think Luke Skywalker.
Why?
Because he has the Force.
Yeah, that's the right answer.
Yes.
It's not that hard. I mean,
Yes.
It's not that hard, dude.
Okay. I was worried for a minute there. I got
Yeah, you said you had a hard hitting life question, and then you threw me this softball.
Okay. Well, maybe next episode I'll have something better.
Yeah. Second place, by the way, Van Damme.
That was kind of what I would have thought. Did you see him in Bloodsport?
What are you talking about? Of course, I was there.
That's impressive. How about Kickboxer?
Yeah. What are you talking about? Of course.
The Quest?
Yeah.
Sudden Death?
Lionheart. Did you see Lionheart? Sudden
Yeah.
Death. Double
Yes.
Impact.
Yes.
I mean, come on. Yeah.
These
Dude,
are quality
have you
films.
have you taken a picture next to his statue in Brussels? I can tell you I have, because I got that kind of time. I'm just
Th-
like, hey, I want to be at the statue.
that's
Snap my
a
fingers.
thing?
There I was.
That's
Yeah,
a
you're not familiar with the statue?
No, I want to go.
Yeah, it's slightly disappointing. So you'd think that would be a bigger deal. Uh, it's in like a median next to a mall.
So it's not
So
even
like yeah, like you you park like at the gas station and then just cross the street into the median. Um, and there it is. Still awesome picture. He has that classic like fist up pose.
Man. I also
If
want to
you're
go
ever
to
in Brussels, yeah,
Yeah.
if you're ever in Brussels, if you're ever in Brussels, um, go over towards the mannequin piece. The mannequin piece is the statue of the baby peeing. Very popular. You've probably seen it. Maybe you didn't know that's what it was called, but it's a very famous fountain. Near that fountain, there's a lot of shops that sell specialty waffles. So
Belgian
you get a
waffles.
waffle, yeah, and you get a waffle, and then you can put ice cream on it and like Nutella and whipped cream, and it's incredible. So if you're ever in Belgium, enjoy the architecture. Go see the mannequin piece. They dress up the baby for different events, which is ridiculous. If you don't believe me, Google, and you'll see the baby dressed up as all sorts of crazy things. Um, yeah, have a waffle. Uh, if you partake responsibly in adult beverages, you can have some adult beverages while you're there. But yeah, beautiful city, beautiful architecture. And while you're there, before you leave, go stop by and take a picture with the Van Damme statue.
Yeah, that
Unless you
sounds.
suck. Unless you
Yeah,
suck. If you
yeah. Then
if you suck,
don't.
I don't want you there.
Yeah, and also stop
I
playing
don't I don't
champions.
want you.
Stop playing
Yeah.
champions if you suck.
Yeah.
Also, whoever designed the showdown event, I hope you step on a Lego.
Yeah, he is not allowed to go to the Van Damme statue.
No, not cool enough.
Yeah.
Can't eat Belgian
Um
waffles either.
yeah. By any chance are you still sharing your screen for the video?
Yeah,
Did you Google mannequin piece statue pictures?
you can spell that for me.
Mannequin is mannequin, Mannequin. Piece is like the vulgar word, but just one S. Um,
Oh,
and statue pictures.
oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you know that baby.
Yeah.
And then
Um.
if you scroll down, you'll see the baby dressed up in
Oh my gosh.
various attires.
Which one here? Santa Claus shouldn't offend anyone. Let me pull that one up. Save image. Save image as. I thought you were saying peace. I didn't realize you were saying piss.
No, I wasn't saying piss. I was saying piece.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
He's dressed up in Santa Claus.
yeah. That's
Oh,
that's what they do. So
all right. Get some waffles. Find a nice
yeah,
table next to the peeing baby.
yeah.
And then, you know what? While I'm
Enjoy
at
life.
it, Van Damme statue. While I'm at it, let's show the people. What? There's multiple different ones.
So the one doing these splits
Uh huh.
is not that's not the
That's not the one.
official one. The
Oh,
official one is one that looks like the Statue of Liberty. It looks kind of green,
yeah, yeah, I see it.
and he's doing the classic, you know,
The
one
pose.
fist up in his shorts. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
you see it's in a median, right? You see the streets on both sides.
Yes, I do.
If yeah, there's even a picture here. Oh, you can even see the gas station that I mentioned.
Very nice. I found a picture of Jean Claude in front of the statue of Jean Claude. It's like
Yeah,
it's like
Inception.
yeah.
Yeah,
So the people are now seeing this as well.
yeah.
You know my
So,
favorite line from his movies?
mhm,
Jean-Claude Van Damme, he's good. Like from the previews.
yeah.
It was so cheesy. It was great.
Have you seen let's see. Oh, it's literally, yeah, I think it's literally just called JCVD. Have you seen JCVD?
No, what's that?
Um, so JCVD, I'm surprised you haven't seen it. So the premise of JCVD is he plays himself. He is a out of luck actor. He's out of money. His agent can't find him movies, and he's in a custody battle to try to win his daughter with his ex-wife. His his daughter rejects him as a father. It's a it's a good movie. And while all this is going on, he as Van Damme gets involved with a bank robbery and hostage situation while reflecting on his life.
Okay. That sounds actually kind of amazing.
Yeah, no, it's good. It sounds silly, but it's a good movie. Also, prime Van Damme content. Jean Claude Van Johnson. Have you ever seen that?
No, that sounds like it might be dangerous in adult content though.
No, it's not. Um, so the premise is that Van Damme, again, he plays himself, but the premise is that this whole time he's been a secret agent. and his film career was basically just a cover for his Black Ops assignments.
Well, that also sounds good.
Yeah.
This
So
stuff writes itself, man.
yeah. So if you are indeed the Van Damme fan that you claim to be, you're clearly not on my level, but yeah, check those two things out. If you like Van Damme, if you don't like Van Damme, stop listening to our show.
Yeah, we don't like you.
Yeah, we don't want your click.
Nope. Do you think more than 5 people will watch this?
Yeah. Whoa, wait, man. Since you rage quit the Discord server, I don't know.
I really don't like you.
Why? Is
You're a dick.
that not why?
You,
You don't
that
have the Discord server anymore, correct?
That's not what you said.
Oh. Do you have the Discord server anymore?
No.
Okay, good, because I was gonna get really upset because I'm not on it, and I was like, how can you still? I can't believe you
Uh-huh.
have the Discord not on it.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I don't know if your content is kind of released in something like that, because I would imagine the people that watch it, it's gonna be more um, like the sheep that like your Twitch streams, things like that. Like they're the ones that are more apt to click on it and at least listen for a while, and then a lot of them are be like, "Oh, that's weird. What is this? What's going on? I don't get this." Um, and then, you know, meanwhile, our favorite cosmonaut is going to be like, "This is better than ever." Does he still exist? I haven't talked to
I
him.
haven't seen the cosmonaut in ages.
No,
I'm
it's
sure he
unfortunate.
exists somewhere, but
No, I know he exists. I'm saying, does he exist
in
in your
Champions,
perception? No, in your perception of reality.
I think he exists, but I haven't spoken to him, and that's kind of sad.
Yep. Yeah, I would say the 5 is probably down to like the 1 or
1?
2, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I don't do
But
it for them.
no. Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Do you have
I
anything you
like I like I like listening to the um old podcasts when I go to bed. It's relaxing. I find I find the sound of our voices soothing.
I mean, we do have amazing voices.
Yeah.
And you're brilliant, and
No, you're brilliant.
no, you're brilliant.
No, you're brilliant.
No, you.
Stop it.
You stop it.
All right.
All right. Um, anything you'd like to say to the people that don't get this video on the way out, that don't understand it, that don't appreciate it? Anything you want to say to them?
No, just like I said, uh, don't suck and don't take the game so seriously because games are supposed to be fun. Which, by the way, you say at the end of all your videos, and most of these sheep don't know that you 100% stole that line from me.
Of course I stole it from you. All my good
Yeah,
content is stolen from you.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the people that haven't been following the podcast, like they don't know,
Right.
and they're not going to listen to this, so they still aren't going to know. So I can say whatever I want.
Pretty much, yeah. You could probably even say who your real identity is.
I'm Dr. Sparks.
Perfect. That's what I was hoping you'd say. Well, Dr.
Indeed.
Sparks, episode number 284 is in the books, and I'm going to hit the outro, and I'll get to editing this YouTube masterpiece. So
Yep.
here goes the outro.
Some of your best work.
I think it's actually been I think you carried the show, to be honest.
It's no different than any other podcast.
That's hurtful. You didn't need to agree. You could have been a little bit more humble.
I didn't agree. I just said this episode was no different than any of the other podcasts.
No, you
You were the
agreed.
one
No,
that
you
you
agreed.
were the one you were the one that
No,
feels that
no,
I carried. That
no,
was just your
no,
self.
no,
Are we still recording?
nope. Yes.
No. All right.
But
That's fine.
now I'm gonna hit the end button.
Okay.
Okay.